Hi, and welcome back to another video. I am so excited to say that I am on my new rotation in Pathology and Laboratory Diagnostics. And this is definitely more of what I want to do, so I'm having a much better time than my previous rotation. So it is actually day 2 of my pathology rotation, and yesterday I did a necropsy on an alpaca, and then today I did a necropsy on a kitten. So 2 very different necropsies, very different anatomy, so it's very cool to see on the inside kind of what the organs look like, especially in a neonate this young. This morning we did do hematology rounds, so we were looking at erythrocytes, which are red blood cells, and seeing what different shapes there are, thinking about reading a blood smear and stuff like that. And I was talking with the resident because she is actually in her 2nd year, I believe, of residency for pathology. And since laboratory animal medicine follows very closely with pathologists, I feel like it was kind of cool to just talk with her for a little bit about how she was enjoying the residency here. I am actually home super early, which I was not expecting, but it's quite nice because today went pretty well. This morning we had more hematology rounds for leukocytes, which are white blood cells. And then the next hour we actually joined a webinar with Dr. Christopher Shiprack, and he was giving a speech about wildlife hematology. So we mostly focused on birds and reptiles for that hour. And then we did get a lunch. And then we had to do 2 necropsies. One was a dog and the other one was a mouse. So I did decide to do the necropsy on the mouse just because there are a lot of rodents that are used in research, and I figured it was a good idea for me to get some experience with that. We did get a horse as well, but we are going to do the necropsy on that tomorrow. And we do also have a cat for tomorrow already as well. So it's probably going to be a busier evening, so we probably won't get back home until like 4 or 5, which is totally fine because it's not like that every day. When I came home though, I was feeling so sick. I had such terrible migraine and I really couldn't think straight during the necropsy today. So I probably shouldn't have been doing the necropsy, but I just pushed through it. I took my medication, but it really didn't start working until 8 o'clock at night. I do also have a webinar tonight where I'm talking to students about the SGU program. It's a part of my work that I do with the admissions team, so I'm giving a talk tonight, which is why I'm dressed up in my SGU shirt. The good news about tomorrow is that I can do my cytology rounds from home, and then I don't have to go in until 1 p.m. tomorrow for the necropsies, which is great. I was trying to figure out why I got so sick, and I was looking at my calendar and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been working 14 days straight already, and I think that might be why I've been a little bit more sick this week, just because my body is not used to working this many days straight without a break. Granted, the pathology rotation is a lot better than my previous one, but it still is difficult. And I'm still trying to catch up on sleep from my last rotation. I am going to get ready for my meeting, and I will probably talk to you guys tomorrow. I just made it back from necropsy. Today was a lot. We had 2 horses and a cat to deal with, and the one that I did the necropsy on was one of the horses that I had on large animal medicine surgery. So that was kind of sad. It was my little 6-month-old baby who needed stifle arthroscopy yesterday. And unfortunately, they didn't find anything good, so the owners elected to euthanize and do a necropsy just to make sure it's not congenital. Tonight, I do have to write up the necropsy report on the horse that we did today, and since my colleague said she's too busy tonight, I get to write the entire report, basically. We are also going to a different room tomorrow, so I had to look for that tonight because I am very unfamiliar with the Virginia Tech vet school still, because it is a maze in there and they do not give us maps, which I feel like is kind of a problem. I would love to have some maps so I can figure out where stuff is. It was kind of funny though that the professors didn't know the room number that we're going to tomorrow. I just had to look it up online and hope I found the right one. So I'll let you guys know tomorrow if I found the right one or if I was scrambling and missed my 10 o'clock meeting. While I'm putting some of my groceries away, I just want to talk about my day. We had the craziest animal for a necropsy today. I'll let you guys guess before I tell you what it was. But my gosh, that was incredible. I did go grocery shopping, as you saw. I got a bunch of different meals. I'm just gonna finish putting some of this stuff away. Then I will tell you about the patient that we had today. But drum roll, please, because we got to deal with a penguin today. And it's the first one that our necropsy professor has done since she had her residency at Johns Hopkins. So I thought that was really cool. It was the cutest little penguin ever. It was an African penguin. It wasn't an emperor penguin. But still really, really cool to see. That was incredible. For dinner tonight, I also got some sushi, so I can have a little bit of that tonight. Then I decided to treat myself and got myself some chocolate milk because I have not had this in a while. I've been trying to save up money for my next couple of externships coming up because they're a little bit expensive. And actually, I will be announcing this soon because by the time this video comes out, I'll already be in one of the locations. I don't think I mentioned yet that I am the secondary on-call person tonight, so if we do end up getting a large animal for necropsy or disposal, we will be contacted tonight, and then I would have to go in with the primary on-call person to safely put it in the cooler. I'm keeping my fingers crossed I don't get called in tonight because I want to do a couple of different things tonight, like cooking a couple of meals for this weekend, because I feel like I'm going to be very stressed out and very tired, and I feel like food is the only thing that really gives me energy anymore these days, not even caffeine anymore. welcome to Sunday. I decided to continue this vlog a little bit because I am primary on call today from 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. tomorrow. So I figured I'll take you along with me so you can see what that looks like for the Pathology and Laboratory Diagnostics rotation. As you all saw, I did not get called in last night for pathology. I was pretty close to going in, honestly, because there was a client at a different clinic that was wanting to bring their cat in for a necropsy, but they decided against it after about an hour of debating whether or not to come. So my first week of pathology is done, and now I move on to my second week. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video, and I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe for more, and let me know what was your favorite part of this video in the comments below. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.